Good morning. It's Sunday morning. Um, we missed going to go to church by like 20 minutes. Ivan was sleeping very well, so I just didn't wake him up because I got up to take care of the baby and do all those things, and he was sleeping. So Ivan is usually up very early in the morning, so he was sleeping, so I just let him sleep. And by the time he woke up, it was like 8. I was like, there's no way that we're going to make it to church on time. So we're just skipping church today, which is to my mom's dismay. We actually really like the church my parents now go to is my original church from when I was a teenager. I switched, well, teenager, I was like 19. But I switched churches from my family's church. I found this church that I just loved, and I've been going there ever since. And when I moved to LA, I was super bummed because I never found a church like that. And I love this church. The preacher is a powerhouse preacher. I watch him now on YouTube in Texas, but because they put it on YouTube. But then my parents started coming with us when we had the babies because we were back down in San Diego, and then my parents fell in love with the church too, and so they've joined, and now they volunteer and do all the things. So I love the church. So I should want to go, but this is just not going to be the week for that. But yeah, it's a phenomenal. The pastor is amazing. Like my dad is like, I've never felt like I was inside the Bible like I was with him. Like he's such a good storyteller. He will literally make like he'll tell the story of, when they drop the paraplegic guy through the ceiling. He like literally talks like the way he talks about like digging the hole, and you feel like you should be sweating in the heat of the desert with him. Like it's crazy. He's a very good storyteller. Anyway, so I missed church. So I told, and Ivan's got the baby and she's happy as a little clam, and he's like organizing. We are staying in like a little 1-bedroom little house unit with all 6 of us, the 3 girls, me and Ivan and the baby. And so it gets very crazy and they're very fast. So he's like organizing. And so I'm like, I'm going to go out and craft. I'm not on, no, I'm on YouTube. Monica, I'm on YouTube because I could see everybody on YouTube saying hi. Hello. So since we're doing a little extra, and I was going to go live yesterday, but I had a mishaps and realized one of my medications ran out. And so that was a fiasco trying to get it transferred here to California. And then pharmacies don't accept our insurance apparently, which is weird because it's Blue Cross Blue Shield. Everybody takes it. But then we had to drive. We were bouncing around, driving everywhere, and it was hectic. And by the time I got home, it was like 5:30, and I was exhausted. And then I had to get dinner still. And anywho, hello, everybody. Oh yes. So since we're doing a little morning craft session and it's Sunday morning, and it's not a normal time for us to be live, I threw up wingmans. Now I'm going to tell the girls to make these good wingmans because it's Sunday and we're not normally live on Sundays. I know that I'm live when I'm not scheduled, and you guys are waiting for Battle Box winners, but we won't be doing Battle Box winners till tomorrow because Emily, technically, we all have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. But Emily and I always end up working Friday. She might not work a full day. I don't know. I don't keep tabs on her, whatever. So, but I know that, and then we just do little things and odds and ends through the weekends. But we try to really just not do Saturday and Sunday for any kind of work. So I don't want to have Emily um, getting in there and having, because she's the one who pulls all the selections and goes through it with the moderators and everybody and figures out the officials. So I'm going to have her do that tomorrow because the 8th fell on a weekend. So we will be doing Battle Box winners tomorrow. So I on I think it was Thursday, maybe it was Friday. Friday, we launched the In My Sourdough Era. And yes, I have fed my sourdough. We're making some crackers today with the kids. We're doing cheddar cheese crackers. But I am in my sourdough era. If you are Taylor Swift, you will understand what this means, the era thing. That's the whole thing with the Taylor Swift. But this is not Taylor Swift. It's just like a play off that. But I'm in my sourdough era. So I was originally going to do this on my black tumbler and use the Celestial Moon. And I was thinking about using some of these guys and pairing this all together and putting my sourdough on wrong. Now, I think I pivoted this morning because I can't find my black tumbler. I'm assuming it's in my car because we had to turn my car into for it to get some work done. And I'm assuming that's where it is now because I've dug through my parents' house and my house. So I grabbed this one at Ross yesterday, or TJ Maxx. I was there yesterday. It's a 32-ounce tumbler. But the way it's smaller than my 40-ounce, and the way that things would lay on it wouldn't work properly. So I have this one. This one has one of the live mixes on it, and then it has Beau on the top. Look how pretty. This is Beau, Beau on the website. Look how razzle dazzly Beau is. He's so soft and just like a gentle white. But I'm going to use this tumbler with my boho feathers. I'm using the 2 large ones. So they come in, we have them in a set of 3. They're different. These are different flowers. They're all different. All 5 of these images are different. But we have a set of 3 that are the smaller ones. These are like 3 inchers, little 3-inch ones. And then we have these guys, and I believe these are 5.5 inches. This is me doing this off memory. I have not actually memorized. I don't know the exact sizes. I would have to relook them back up. And I don't have a measuring tape in here. Well, I'm sure my mom has a measuring tape in here somewhere. I don't know where it is. So I'm going to be using these large ones, and your brain naturally wants to apply it like this, but I'm going to apply it like this. Okay. So these are the Boho Feathers instant transfers. If you've not seen how amazing and easy these instant transfers are to work with, game changer. Okay, so I'm going to be using them, and we're going to use it with my sourdough era. Look how pretty these go. So even if you're not a sourdough person, you can make your decal be whatever you want. And if you haven't, battle box, real quick, there's 27 battle boxes left. So if you wanted to get in on the battle box, this one will eventually sell out. Instant transfers are permanent as long as you don't touch the white backing. Yes. Yes, you don't have to epoxy over the top of these. This tumbler is in theory completely finished. It's finished, it's smooth, it's done. So I can put these on it and it can be a finished product. But I probably will epoxy over the top of it, just because if you don't epoxy over the top of them, they can get scratched by going in and out of your cup holders and stuff. So if you put a decal along the bottom, maybe epoxy over it so it doesn't get scratched going in and out of a cup holder. But the stick on them is permanent bond. As long as you don't touch the white backing when you're applying it, that stick is permanent bond. No dishwasher, so it's hand wash only. Same care instructions as it is for the rest of the tumbler. Hand wash only. Don't leave it in a hot car. Don't soak in hot water. Blah blah blah. Don't drop your tumblers, but that has nothing to do with stickers. But yeah, these are permanent bond. So you can put them on like a wine glass and not have to seal it in. So they make doing a quick little easy gift much easier. But yes, so if you're just jumping on today, I added a Wingman item, and don't forget your free mini instant transfer. If you've never joined us for a Wingman Day, the Wingman is basically a freebie that the warehouse gets to pick. Everyone's is different. It's whoever's picking it will say their pick list. It's called a pick list. Will say you need 37 Wingmans for packing all those orders. So they'll go through the warehouse and they'll take a bucket and they will literally grab 37 random things. Could be a water slide or instant transfer or a straw cap or a tool or UV resin or a glitter hat or a mold. There's no rhyme or reason to that. They get it, but they get a pick. So they're wingmanning the orders. So that's why, because I'm not doing it. They're your wingman. So whoever packs your order just puts a freebie in there and they get to pick whatever it is. So it could be literally anything. It's just fun. And I was like, hey, since we're going to be here, if you're going to be grabbing your battle box or grabbing some of the instant transfers we use today, or you're like, me being live reminds you that you need UV resin or whatever it is, today, for any $30 order you place, you can add a Wingman. Okay. So 1 Wingman per person, grab your Wingman, and then don't forget to add your mini instant transfer. So if you have not tried working with these instant transfers, we have a free mini. With every order that you place, you can add a free mini instant transfer so that you can practice them, play with them, see if you like them. I don't know why Ivan's calling me. He knows I'm live. And he's literally across the creek. So the little mini, you can use them for keychains or doing your glitter pens or putting them on the bottom of your tumblers or whatever little creative thing your brain literally wants to do. Okay. Yes. So let's go ahead and apply these. That way you guys can see them. But this tumbler, so the process to get to this tumbler, so if you're new to working with tumblers, I will tell you my process of this one. We sprayed this one with, I think this one was done with epoxy. So you took the plain base tumbler, spray painted it white. Okay, let that cure a full 24 hours. Let that paint dry for a full 24 hours. Would an instant transfer be permanent bond on a makeup bag? Not if it's a flexible makeup bag, only if it's a hard, flat surface. That you would need more like a fabric transfer or something for that. But yeah, they're not flexible. They're not like over time it would crack if it was flexible. So then I took probably about 3 grams of epoxy, total mixed together, put it on the top, and then you work it over the edges and do a very, 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 very thin coat of epoxy over the entire tumbler. You do not need a turner for that. You put it in your hand. You want it to be thinner than a sheet of paper, literally just like a film over the top. And then we put on the you want, when you're ombreing chunky and fine mixes, you want to do the fine first. If you do the chunky first, the fine kind of clumps up. It gets very weird when you put the fine on second. So do your fine glitter first, and then your chunky glitter over the top of that. So you tap your fine glitter on here and let it shimmy down. Okay, then tap your chunky glitter here and let it shimmy down. Press it all down flat. Let it fully cure. Hang it on a tumbling rack, a drying rack. I have a bit in them. Hang it on a drying rack. Let it cure overnight. Okay, that's why you want to use a super thin coat of epoxy, because if you get too much epoxy on there, it's going to drip down and take your glitter with it. So you want it so thin it won't drip. Let that cure up overnight. Come back in, add a couple layers of epoxy, get it nice and smooth. Okay, a couple layers of epoxy on your turner. So put it on your turner, put a couple layers of epoxy over the top. You will get to this point where it's nice and smooth. All right, so that brings you to the point where we are on here. This is a live mix. This was a live mix glitter, and this is Bow. If you wanted to get a similar color to this, I would mix Curtis and maybe Lux or Bosley, and you could get a similar look to this. But this one has a little bit of fantasy in there, so maybe add a little bit of North or Spirit. I think Spirit is sold out though, but North, and that'll give you that little bit of fantasy in there as well. So then we get to this nice smooth cut. All right. So now we're going to do the, sorry, this tumbler stand is very wobbly. Now we're going to apply our decals. All right. So first, I've got this guy. There's the scissors. I'm trying to put away my mom's stuff when I use it, like her scissors. All right. All right. So then when you have these instant transfers, all right. So this is called an instant transfer. It comes with a front and a back. It's got a front and a back. I have found over time using these that it is easier to get the sides separated if you do a fresh cut on the edge. So not only that, but when you have all this extra transfer tape, it's extremely sticky. Okay, so you want to cut as much of it away as you can to make it easier to work with. So I just go around and cut around it. So I have less of this floppy, super sticky carrier sheet when I go to transfer it. Makes it a lot easier to apply. There's less stick that I have to rip up. Also, when you're applying it onto an epoxy coat, make sure you have at least 2 layers of epoxy down and make sure it is fully cured. Okay. If it's too thin, so if you only have 1 coat of epoxy, this instant transfer carrier sheet will rip that epoxy off when you peel it up. So you want to make sure you have 2 coats, so it's nice and strong, just like 2 coats of nail polish. You want to have 2 coats of epoxy down, and you want to have it fully cured. If it's not fully cured, this transfer sheet will bond to it because it's like still, even if it feels dry to the touch the day after you epoxy it, it is still drying, it's still curing, and will bond like a son of a gun to this instant transfer. So fully cured epoxy, 2 coats. Okay. So we're going to take this now. I used to use my craft knife. So if you struggle getting these separated, try the whole thing about cutting in fresh edge, because all I have to do is rub my from the back to the front. So go towards the front. So this is the back of the instant transfer. This is the front. I take my thumb where my thumb will be rolling from the back of the instant transfer towards the front, and my fingerprints will kind of grip it and pull it apart. Just slide your finger across it. If you have a hard time, that's the easiest way now for me. Fresh cut, roll my fingerprint. If you still struggle with that, you can take your craft knife and just carefully try to work it between the 2 layers. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see it all. I'm very dependent on those glasses now. Something's happened since breastfeeding. My eyesight has plummeted, which that is a thing, by the way. So you take your craft knife and poke it between the two layers and separate it that way. Some people also take a pin pen and poke it gently from the front and lift it up. See, like that, it'll lift up. Okay. But I have just found over time that this whoop, is the easiest way. Roll my thumb from the back to the front. Okay. I'm going to apply this decal at an angle. Okay. Here we go. So I didn't remove the entire backing because it's a very large decal and I don't want it flopping around and accidentally touching something, because if the backing, if that sticky tacky backing touches anything, it'll ruin your decal because you'll try to peel it up and it'll get stuck to whatever you stuck it to. It's that strong of a bond and it'll rip when you try to pull it up. Okay, then take it and press. I see someone's asking a question, but I can't see the actual question. So thank you guys all for helping answer that question. Something about sanding. I can't see the question. All right, I missed it. It went by too fast. All right, and then I take my squeegee and I just press down and it pushes the backing away. This is the backing. So there's a front and a back to your instant transfers. Not calling anybody out, but we did have somebody message customer service and is like, I cannot get these to stick down for the life of me. I have tried everything. I've got them wet. I've done this. I've done that. I can't remember what all the things were. And Alyssa had to respond with, did you remove the backing before you stuck it down? They didn't know you had to take that backing part off. So remember to remove that backing, slide it off, and then apply. I'm just giving it an extra good rub down with my craft squeegee. We have these on the website. They're super cheap. Just grab one. They are your best friend for applying your instant transfers. Sorry, I still can't see, so I have to find the edge with my craft knife. Get my craft knife under the edge of that carrier sheet, because now we've added that. Oh, so we've also had somebody said that, how do you get rid of this edge? And they didn't know that you're supposed to then remove that carrier sheet. So you apply your instant transfer and then take the edge. I can't see it, so that's why I'm using my craft knife. Normally I don't use my craft knife for this part. And peel it up. If your instant transfer has a hard time sticking down, where's my glasses? I don't think they're out here. I think I carried them out last time I worked. Okay, I just use my craft knife if it's having a hard time removing, sticking down. I can't see what I'm doing at all. I'm blind. Oh, it's fine. What was I doing? Okay. If you're peeling away slowly and you see that the decal is not sticking down, you can use your craft knife to coax this sticker off the transfer sheet. I don't know how to show you guys. So see how, it's so blind. I can't see what you guys can see. I'm that blind right now. And see, I take my craft knife. This edge, this little tip was hanging over the top. So that's why it's not stuck to anything. It's going to be even harder to get it removed. So just carefully pick it off. And sorry, I'm going to or try pushing it back down and re-rubbing it down. That was a very hard one to show. You can see the tip is sticking up over the top of the cup, so I had nothing to stick to. So it was nothing to grip onto. Okay. Sometimes the fine little edges have a hard time battling the super stick of the carry sheet. Okay. And then just slowly peel away. If you see that your instant transfer is not sticking down somewhere and you've peeled it up already, don't lift, don't keep going. Just literally lay it back down, give it another extra little rub and try again. These are pretty easy to apply, but they just have a little learning curve. Okay, so once you see, I did extra, like in the beginning with my squeegee, I rubbed it down really, really well. So it's pulling away very easy. It was just those little oddballs at the very top that were it's not even on the cup. But it happens sometimes, like with all these fine little edges. Anytime also that I see these fine little bits, see these little fine little pieces coming off of it, I try to not lift from there away. Let me use better words. That was not good description words. So I try to not take the edge from right here and peel and lift up because it has a hard time. I try to start somewhere where it's blunt. Like that's why I started with these top flowers, because it's a big thick piece that I know is going to stick down well. And then I peel up, because coming away and down from those little pieces, see all these little pieces here, coming away and down, it releases off the transfer sheet much easier. See, boop, I didn't have to struggle with that at all. So the bigger, chunkier pieces lift away from the transfer sheet much easier, peel away, as opposed to these little fine bits. So I try to go from the chunky part down to these little fine bits. Okay, then I'm going to give these little bits, make sure they're down really well, all the edge pieces really well. That little piece that was sticking over the top, I'm just actually going to slice avocado. I'm going to slice that off very carefully so that it doesn't stick up anymore. Just took that little piece off. The reason I let it hang over, yes, you can like, oh, why would you do that? Just go down lower. I know I measured, I pre-looked at these before sorry, that little piece, don't want it floating around. I pre-tested these. Because they're clear, so you can kind of lay them on your cup to see how they like work out on your cup. And I knew that I had to get it just a smidge higher than the decal, so that this guy would fit right here, and then still have room for this guy to tuck in underneath and go this way. Okay, so I have in my sourdough era right here. Hold on, I'm going to get a little piece of my sticky. I'm going to use my carrier sheet as my adhesive here because I don't have any tape. So I'm going to place this guy right there. That's where I want him, on the tumbler, right underneath that flower. So I'm going to take this little piece of transfer tape that I cut off the other piece. I'm going to put that there. Okay. Because I'm going to then take this one. Hi guys, if you guys are just jumping in, there is a wingman up on the website for today, since we're doing a little Sunday morning craft sesh. I went ahead and added a wingman today. So if you're shopping today, if you spend at least $30, you can do 3 free things. At $30, you're going to get free shipping. You can add a free wingman, and also don't forget your free mini instant transfer. Okay, so $30. There's 27 of the battle boxes left. So if you haven't got your battle box, grab one. All right, and then there's a bunch of new instant transfers, a ton of new stuff from last week. I do want to tell you guys, don't wait on something, okay? If there's a decal that you want, don't wait. Like if you know that you have a minimum $25 order because you want to order 4 full sheets and then some small mini instant transfers, and you're going to go over $25, don't wait because you're like, oh, I want to see what comes on tomorrow, because we sell out of these instant transfers quite quickly. We are restocking. We're trying to keep as many on the website as we can, but they do sell out, especially if it's a new instant transfer, like something we just launched. They sell out quick. I will tell you, most of these are lunar ones. And where's the one I was going to use? The crescent, the brown one. I don't know where it rolled to. Somewhere. These all have less than 5 left. All right, so don't wait on something. If you have a minimum order, you're going to get free shipping anyway. There's no harm, no foul. Just check out. Get the goodies that you want. Okay. All right, so this one, again, I'm going to do the roll with my thumb from the back. I have my thumb positioned where it's pointing towards, my thumb is pointing towards the back, and roll my fingerprint across until I feel the fingerprint kind of grip that front sheet and peel away. Okay, again, I'm not peeling the whole decal away. Okay, I'm going to lift this guy up. I'm going to kind of peel him up because I'm going to overlap the sourdough, the decal, just a little bit. Okay, so I can move this now. I just had him there so I could visually see where that I want to put this guy. Okay, so we're going to press this guy down. Okay, and he's going to overlap just a touch over here. Okay, go back through, give it a good press. Okay. Oh yeah, to find the Wingman, you're gonna have to put it in the search bar. It's somewhere in today's deals. I just flopped it active before I came live, but I did not put it at the very top of today's deals. Just use the search option on the website to type in the word Wingman and it'll pop up. It's active, it's just not at the top of today's deals. It's a real big pain in the patoot to put stuff at the top of today's deals, y'all. So if I'm doing it last minute, it's not gonna happen. It's just gonna be, you're gonna have to search it. I will try to at some point, maybe this afternoon, but I know once I leave here, my kids will be home. They've been with uncles today. My uncle, my sister, and my brother-in-law. Oh man. And so they're gonna be home any minute. That's why we're crafting really quick before the chaos comes back. All right. So I just had to coax that a little bit. Go back in and give it another squish down. Okay. And then just peel slow and steady. If I see it not wanting to grip down, I go back through, give it a little touch. Again, this is all in this, there's a more little bitty pieces here, and that's what's having a hard time sticking down. Okay, once I get to the chunkier pieces, it's a lot smoother. And then there's a really wispy piece here, so I'm intentionally removing the instant transfer towards that wispy piece. Okay, and then just peeling away. Now this one, I don't have to cut the little bit that goes over. I just wrap it across the bottom. It's got somewhere to go, so I don't have to cut it off. Cindy, they're back up on the website right now. So Cindy, I was actually going to tell you guys, all the stripes are back in. All the colors of the little stripes, the black and the white and the colored ones, they're up on the website already. They've already restocked. So just search instant transfer stripes and it'll pop up. Yeah, so all the instant transfer striping will pop back up. I think they went up 2 days ago. I noticed them a couple days ago. The girls don't. Alyssa doesn't say, "Oh, by the way, we restocked this." They're very busy in the warehouse, and I'm not there. So if I had been there, she might have mentioned it. But all of that got restocked. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I know, and I noticed people were buying them. They were coming up in my algorithm of what's been purchased because I can see that, and they started popping up. So I was like, "Oh, those must have been restocked." I meant to mention it, but thank you. I actually even thought this morning. Don't forget to mention the stripes are back in stock. All right, so I cut the extra off of where this one as well. And now I'm going to place this one right in here. All right. So we're going to go ahead and peel back. Don't touch that white part. Now this is where I struggle because I'm the absolute worst at getting stuff on straight. There's a million tips and tricks you can do to get it on straight. I just don't do any of them. I always, no matter even me saying I'm terrible at this, I still truly believe that the next one I do is going to be perfect. I always have utter faith in myself to get it straight. Okay, I'm squeegeeing it down, press it down. These are like these are kind of like rub-on tattoos in a way. Okay, don't know where the edge is, so I'm just searching for it with the edge of my craft knife. This one should release very easy because these are all big, chunky letters. So see, the chunkier the instant transfer, the easier it is to apply. You don't have to worry about it not lifting. But I just can't help myself with all these beautiful designs. Even when I choose them, I'm like, oh, like these I'm like, even when I choose them, I know all these little things sticking down are going to kind of be a pain with the instant transfers, but I don't care because I'm like, they're so pretty. They just take a little extra work. There we go. Simple. Now I have my hot teacup. Actually, I think this is a Hydrosport. The lid has got a screw on, so I'm pretty sure this is a Hydrosport cup, which I'm going to love because but I don't have it with me here in California. So this one will probably get another extra coat of epoxy, but look how stinking cute that came out. Simple white tumbler, 3 total instant transfers, the 2 large boho flowers and feathers. Right? Love. In my sourdough era, this literally is my soul right now. I'm actually probably going to go in and make something with do my sourdough crackers. If you do sourdough and you haven't done sourdough cheese crackers, everyone always asks me for my recipe. I'm like, I don't follow a recipe. I'm a rebel baker. I'm a rebel cooker and baker. I read a recipe, didn't like it, made it myself, like had the idea of the recipe. And so like they're like, oh, take your sourdough starter, add a couple tablespoons of butter and then do this, and there's a million directions. And I'm like, I don't like how thick those come out. They come out like bread. So I'm like, I take my sourdough starter, I thin it out with water so it's very watery, and then I add like 2 tablespoons of butter. I don't know that it even makes a difference because I add the cheese that has enough oil. I probably don't need the butter. Grate in super finely grated cheese, put it in the sourdough starter, put it on a parchment paper on a baking sheet, make sure it's spread out very, very, very thin, and then I bake it low and slow. And then as the edges get crispy, I break them off and take them out, and then keep baking it till the whole thing is crispy. That's it. I don't have a recipe. They're delicious. They're so good. Bethany, message customer service. The beach scene rhinestone by design might not be coded properly, so it might not have the proper code on it because it should work. So message customer service. I can't fix that because I don't know how to do the coding, but they can fix it for you in customer service. All right, so this is in my sourdough era tumbler. I'm actually now even more excited because I just realized it's a Hydrosport cup because that's my jam. All right, guys, if you were hanging out today, I've been itching to use this since last week, my sourdough era tumbler, and now my soul can be at peace because it knows that I've made myself my sourdough cup. If you jump on the website today, if you're shopping today, if you spend $30, you can add a free Wingman, you can add a free mini instant transfer, and then you get free shipping once you've gone over $25. So there's 3 freebies, free shipping, free Wingman, and free mini instant transfer today if you spend at least $30. Okay, because the Wingman is at a $30 purchase. Stacy. So Stacy, you can keep trying, girl, but I will tell you the best way to get a sourdough starter is from a friend. So one day, once I'm back in Texas, I'll be back in Texas in the early July. I'm gonna do a day where I go live and just do sourdough and talk you guys through. I am by no means the queen of sourdough, and I'm a rebel baker, but I can teach you guys this simple, easy way. If you just want to make good bread for your family, if you're trying to make bakery style bread and like a pretty loaf that has all the pretty little designs on it, that's not going to be me. I don't have time for that. I can do it. I just don't have time. It takes so much extra time. I don't care what the top of my bread looks like. We're going to slice it and eat it. You can't see it once it's sliced. So I'm a rebel baker, but I will teach you guys, and I'm going to put sourdough starter on the website so that you guys, and I will just grow my starter really, really big. And then I'll put like 75 grams in little, and I can mail it to you guys, and I'll make it a little item on the website, and then it'll ship with your orders. Alyssa's going to kill me when I tell her this because I have no problem sharing my starter with you guys. I got it from Tivoli. She's one of our followers, one of our members, and she mailed it to me, and I love it. And I've kept it and grown it and kept it super healthy, and I love it. So yes. All right. So go shop, have fun. $30 minimum order for the Wingman. The crew, if you don't know what a Wingman is, if you're like, I'm new, you keep saying Wingman, I don't know what that is. Sorry, we've always got new people, so I always forget. The Wingman is a freebie. So basically you just add it to your shopping cart when you spend $30. You have to add it to your shopping cart. If you're not a regular, all of our regulars already know these steps. I'm sorry if this is repetitive for you guys. But if you spend $30 on our website, the iwantglitter.com, right here, there's so much stuff there. It's hard to not spend $30. We have so much stuff on the website. Spend $30 on the website, go and add the Wingman to your order for free. Add your free mini instant transfer. So type in free mini and that instant transfer will pop up. Add that to your shopping cart. Type in Wingman or just wing. Well, I would put it Wingman. It's one word, Wingman. Because if you type in wing, you're going to get everything that has a wing in it, like instant transfers and water slides and all that. So type in Wingman. It'll pop up to the top. Okay. Add that to your shopping cart. And what the Wingman is whoever packs your order. We have multiple order pack people that pack orders in the website, in the warehouse. Cassidy, sometimes Morgan, sometimes Diane, Alyssa. They pack your order. When they see that you've gotten a Wingman, they get to go through the warehouse and pick something for you. I'm not in charge. They get to do whatever they want. They know they have no rules. They just get to grab whatever sometimes you'll order like all purple things. So they'll find like a cute little purple instant transfer that matches, or a purple glitter or something that and sometimes it's completely random. So it's really fun. But they're in charge. They have no rules. They do whatever, they do what they want. So they just pop a freebie in there. All right. So for your $30 order, Wingman, free minute instant transfer, free shipping. All right. Happy Sunday, you guys. I will see you later. I am jamming out. I just want to come do a little. Also, don't forget, if you haven't got your battle box, they launched. I've been very, very busy. Emily's been very busy. So we haven't done a ton of lives lately, very consistently. We're sorry. It's crazy, but there's 27 battle boxes left. So if you were still wanting to get your battle box, the instant transfer is this cute little giraffe. You get this black holographic 20-ounce tumbler. You get Oliver. I just happen to have all these lying around. You get Oliver glitter. And you also get another set of instant transfers that's giraffe spots and little bubbles, like bubble bath bubbles. You have to use the instant transfers in some way somewhere on your tumbler. We don't care how. If you're like, I don't want the giraffe, but I want the pink cute glasses, you can just use an X-Acto knife and cut this all around and just take the glasses, or just take the pink bubble and use the other bubbles, the black bubbles, and do a cute little bubble thing. I don't know, get creative, do whatever you want. Pink belt this. Okay, that's your tumbler this month for battle box. There's 27 battle boxes left. Okay, I will see you guys later. Happy Sunday. Happy crafting. Bye, guys.